Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. I'm your host, Kitsap Sun reporter Josh Farley. I'm standing at the corner down by 4th Street and Park Avenue, and as usual, I've got 5 things that you just got to know about happening in your town this week. So here we go. Story number 1 is the Broad Humor Festival has finally arrived in Bremerton. Now, you might know the Broad Humor Festival as the product of both Marie Weichman, who is an Olympic College professor, and Susan Durende, who is a Southern California resident, who is an artist as well as a writer. She started the Broad Humor Festival to bring attention to women's films and women's humor in general. I talked with both Marie and Susan about why they wanted to bring this festival to Bremerton.
We notice in the media, at least 10 years ago, there was no comedy by women. And so, but I know in my life women are funny. So I started the festival and I realized women make funny differently from men. But it's equally valid, and as a culture we're losing out because we're only seeing half of the picture of what makes us laugh. And so I just wanted to add the other half.
Well, I have to say I love Bremerton, and when I look at Bremerton, it's got the skeleton, the nuts, the bolts to do amazing cultural things. Our economy here is just primed to start bringing in new things that attract tourists, but add to the cultural experience for the people that live here. And we have students in the arts at OC, and I'd like to see them get connected.
Story number 2 on our list this week happens to be that we have another story walk coming up, brought to you by the Kitsap Sun. This story walk will be at Ivy Green Cemetery. This cemetery dates back to the 19th century. Believe it or not, it was once 2 cemeteries. We're going to walk through the whole thing. There are actually Civil War veterans buried there, and it's still a modern-day cemetery in the city of Bremerton that is maintained by the Parks Department. It's at 1 o'clock on Saturday at Ivy Green. You can find Ivy Green at about 15th and Naval. Parking is limited, but if you go on 15th Street, you should be able to find a spot. Story number 3 on our list this week is that the Chimacuming ferry got its base and its superstructure put together in Vigor Shipyards in Seattle. Now, why am I talking about the Chimacuming ferry? It's because it's coming to the Bremerton Run in early 2017. The 1,500 passenger vessel will be a new boat for the Bremerton Run. That's right, not Bainbridge, not anywhere else. Bremerton. It's coming here. And it's a big milestone that they put the superstructure on top of the base of the ferry. Now, they've got a lot of work still left to do in the remaining months of 2016, but we'll have a brand new ferry to look forward to in 2017 on the Bremerton-Seattle ferry run. Story number 4 on our list this week is a quick update about the Sesco property. You may know the Sesco property off of Arsenal Way. It has unfortunately fallen into some disrepair. It has trash and litter strewn all over it. It was once the site of concerts during the 40s. Big bands played there. The Seattle band Heart played there later when it was known as Natasha's. The good news that I have to bring you is that the property has been completely cleaned up. Last week, the guardianship for the Sescos actually came through. They removed tons and tons of trash, and when you go by it now, you'll see that it is completely clean once again. And finally, story number 5 on our list is that there was a couple that traveled to New York City from Bremerton yesterday morning. They were there. Now, how do I know this? I know this because they stood behind the anchors of the Today Show and they put up a sign that said NBC, but not National Broadcasting Company, rather nice Bremerton couple. I'm still trying to track down who these people are who are from our fair city and went to the Today Show. I'm showing you the image here from the Today Show's Instagram account, but I'm sure they have a story to tell about why they wanted to be in the national spotlight, and I'll bring that to you in the days ahead. That's going to do it for this edition of the Bremerton Beat Blast. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you again next Tuesday.